Hello there. We're going to read chapters 4 through 6 of Mercy Watson, Princess in Disguise. So listen carefully as I read. When we last read, Mrs. Watson was trying to get Mercy to put her dress on, but she was not having it. So let's see how it goes today. Mercy pricked up her ears. She liked treats. Her favorite treat of all was toast with a great deal of butter on it. "My darling, my dear," said Mr. Watson, "if you wear this dress, everyone in the neighborhood will give you treats." Mercy closed her eyes. She could see it quite clearly. So she's picturing buttered toast. Now, guys, have you ever been trick-or-treating and gotten buttered toast? I haven't, but you never know what could happen here. "But if you want treats, you must wear the dress," said Mr. Watson, and Mercy sighed. She allowed Mrs. Watson to put her front leg and her left front leg and her right front leg into the dress. She allowed Mrs. Watson to zip up the dress. She allowed Mr. Watson to put the tiara on her head. "Utterly regal," said Mrs. Watson. "A porcine vision," said Mr. Watson. Mercy's stomach growled. She was looking forward to the treats. On Halloween night, the doorbell rang at the Lincoln sisters' house. Ding dong! "Sister," called Baby Lincoln, "somebody is at the door." "Of course somebody is at the door," said Eugenia. "It is Halloween. People are expected to be at the door when it's Halloween." "Meow," said General Washington, Eugenia Lincoln's new cat. "Trick or treat," shouted Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson. "Oink," said Mercy. "Mercy is a princess," said Mr. Watson. "She looks exactly like a princess," said Baby. "She looks like a pig in a cheap dress," said Eugenia. "Oh, sister," said Baby. "In my opinion," said Eugenia, "pigs should not go trick-or-treating. In my opinion, pigs should not pose as princesses." "Meow," said General Washington. "Oh dear," said Baby Lincoln, and Eugenia Lincoln slammed the door. Now that is not going how Mr. and Mrs. Watson had planned for it to go for Mercy. It's not very nice. Let's read and see what happens next. "Eugenia seems upset," said Mr. Watson. "Yes," said Mrs. Watson, "she does." Mercy's stomach growled. "Where are the treats? Where's the toast?" she wondered. "Look," said Mr. Watson, "I think that Baby is trying to tell us something." So if you look closely, you can see Baby right here in the window, and she's pointing. "Oink," said Mercy. She kicked up her heels. She ran around to the back of the Lincoln sisters' house. "Follow that princess," said Mr. Watson. And so Mercy's running around to the back, and they're gonna follow her. And you can see here, Mr. Watson is dressed like a scarecrow. And then we have Mrs. Watson, and she looks like she's dressed like a cowgirl. All right, that is the end of chapter 6. So we will read more later.